So today we can start off with another framework that is for test engine. So basically the test engine stands for test next generation, and it is an open source test automation framework tool inspired by the JUnit and the NUnit. Using these JUnit and NUnit, uh, they are providing the test engine. So basically the test engine means test the next generation. Okay, it is a open source framework to develop an automations. Okay, so basically, what the test engine will provide us, the test engine provides the different test that functionality is considered as a test. These Selenium codes, when we run with the help of the test engine, it will we can access the data from the Excel sheet by using the data providers, and also we can generate the HTML reports, and also we can find the logs. So that much of the major role is coming into the STNG. Basically, to provide the advantages of STNGs are it will generate the HTML, it will support parallel testing, test cases can be periodized easily, users annotations for executing the methods, it supports a parameterization, as well as I told you as parameterization and data. Now, test engine does not record any main method. We are not writing any main method in classes. Just we can use a test. The test is basically tells the method to under the test case. So it's like a every functionality having the annotation of what at the test. When you say the at the test, it is considered as an Java. It is considered as an a class. Okay. So here we are test engine eliminates most of the limitations with the older framework that gives the developer the ability to write a more flexible and powerful test cases with the help of annotation, grouping, sequencing, as well as the parameterizations. Okay, now let's try to how do we install the test engine. That is very important here. So installation of the test engine is in the Eclipse. Already I installed in my system. Just I will tell you how do we install the test engine. So when you open your Eclipse, here you will go to help and Eclipse markets. There you will go, and here just you have to write test engine. Show you already installed in my system. Just you can say here test engine. Show you. Okay, so already it is installed. This one you need to be installed it. Okay. Once it will be installed, we can make the test engine and we'll get all these things. Fine. And also you need to be installed some library. Those libraries you need to be added. Just I can say here. So this is a test engine libraries. These library you need to be added. And also you need a library for the common IO jar files. By using this common IO jar file, we can download them, or we can provide a reporting tool also. Okay, it is simple. So what you need to do to install the STNG, just you can go for Eclipse Marketplace. There you have to write a STNG and enter it, and then you can install. It will be restart. Once it will be installed, it will ask about you restart. Then you can restart. Later, once you install the STNG, next you need to be again you have to go to here, install new software, and there you have to write some library. That library, I will give you the link. Okay. That library have to be add here. So here you can add the library and the location it should be. It already I given here the test lib, so that one you need to be added. Okay, this is very simple thing you need to be installed. Is any doubt in the installation? What you have to do? Go to your help. Okay, click paste. Click on here. Here you need to be right for test ng. Then you can install now, and it will ask the certification, confirm it, and you can finish. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next. So, basic example here. So we'll test for you how do we write a test ng. So here's this is the method. Okay. Open URL, login, and logout. These three are what? These are all the three tests. So how do we confirm these are all the tests? Because we are writing the annotations at the rate test. And test will be imported by using org.testng.annotation.test. By using this, you need to be import this package and run this. Based on these tests, it will be executing. Okay. Already I have program. So I will show you. This is my first test case. Here I am giving these three are the tests. And also I am giving some priority. Okay. So how do you do that? Just if you say need to be import the package, mouse over on the test, just import org testng.annotation. This is the priority base. So first which one will be execute, second which one will be execute. Based on those priority, you should be assigned the value. Okay. First, which is the first priority? Open the URL. Next priority is login. Third priority is logout. Let me run this program. Save it. Right click. Run as testng. Now you can run this application. Now look at here you are getting some result. Okay. So this is a open URL because it's a first priority. It is opening the URL. And next is login. Executing the login. This the priority is second. Next to log this is a logout. Logout is what? Logout is the priority is first. If you change the priority, let's say if I say second priority and this is the first priority and this is the second priority and this is the third priority. Let me save and rerun the test engine. Now the priority based on the priority it is going to be saying first priority is login, second priority is logout, third priority is open the URL. So it is not the correct form, but as per the your requirement, you should be specify the priority. Okay, this is very important. It's simple. How do we use a test? Now, some of the very important and most commonly used notation in our test engine. Already we know about what test. What the test? That method annotated with at a test is the main test method in the entire program. Like your main method, it is indicating at a test. Other annotation method will be executed around this method. First, it will always execute what test. So before method, okay, before method is there. The method annotated at before method run before the test method inside a class is what the before method it will do. Name itself telling before executing the before method will be execute first. The method annotated with before method will run before any test methods. Okay, next after method. The method annotated with after method will run the every test method inside a class. Is written before class. The method annotated with before class will be run once before the first test method in the current class is invoked. After class, before class, after class. Okay. The method annotated with after class will run once after all the test methods will be current class. Next to before test, the method annotated with the before test will be before any test method belonging to that particular class, it will be run before test. After test, same, vice versa. After the method annotated with the after test will be run after all the test methods belongs to the class have to be run. There are very important annotations we are going to be using in the application. Okay, so please go through these ones whenever you are moving with the interview or anything. First, you should be go for this one. Okay, please observe carefully and use your as per your requirement. You should be right on it. Let me take the example. Already I have an example. So here, one example. This is what based on the priorities it is going to be executing. So let me take this before class. The login test will be executed. After the class it will be executed. Next, this is the priority based things. Okay. Let me rerun once and I will show you. Okay. Zero failures here. First it will execute always login test first before class. Search functionality. Search functionality is priority 1. Next, advances priority 2. Priority test, prepare recharge, set postpaid recharge test. And finally, you can go for logout. Logout is what? Logout is what? Logout is an after the class. Once the class will be executed, class will be going. Let me take one more example. Test. Next, what I need to do? There is no main method, right? I need to be go for test case 1. Let's say here public wide test case 1 is a function, or you can say the method. How do I make this one? X need to be imported. Okay, this is add test. So this is what normal test. Say here I can say is a normal test, right? This is the normal. This is the first test case. Next, before method I need to be work on it. So what I need to write? Public void so here I can say this will be executed before every method, right? Before method, what it will do? There is an annotation at this annotation. When it will be executed, this will be executed. This will be executed. And execute before every method. So no, before method annotation always executes every before method. Next annotation, let me say after method. Right? Method, and it always followed with the methods, guys. Annotation always followed with annotation. We cannot write single uh, annotation. So here I can say after method. This is the method. Just I can import this after method. So here I'm saying or when it will be execute after method, the name is subselling is will execute after the method. So it will be always execute after every method. Next, if I want to execute before class, then what I need to write? Say here public void before class, right? So before class notation I need to be used, right? Before here I'm saying always it will execute before the class, right? Please execute before before the always execute before the class. Next after class. Okay, I say public void after class. Now which annotation I need to use here? Right? After class. This will be execute after the class. This will be executes after this will always executes for the class. Now before test I need to be execute. So here I can say public before required for what? Before test. Means for every test it will be executed first. So in this case I can say this will execute before for the test. Now, here I can use annotation. Which annotation I need to use before test? Same thing for the test. Okay. Public right after test. Everything you no need to do it, just you need to use an annotations after test. Here I can say sorry, this will execute for the test. Next, if you have any suits, then we can go for suit also. Okay. So for that suits, you need to be write what? Public while before here will be This will execute same thing if you use after the suit. Here I need to be used annotation. Which annotation? Get before the same thing. Need to go for after the suit. Public void after. Here I can say this will be good. What after the test. These are all the methods, annotations we are using commonly in a. This is after, right? After the so these are all about what methods. Repeated method. Let me do this. I can inform here. For a clear picture, I can like this. Like this. Understanding I'm using here. Stop the method. This method will be executed. Okay. Now before the class, this always executes before the class. After the class, this will execute always after the class. Before test, this will execute for the test. So after test, this will be executed after the test. Okay, before the source. Now after the source, it will execute after your all the source. Save it and run the program. Now run as a test engine. Let's see. Here, before so, after the test, before a class, before a method. Always first will be execute before. Then it will execute that test. Next, it will execute all the things. This is the way it should be open. And this is the result, guys. Where what will be executed. If it is passed, then we will get like this. Test of 101, X and Y relate. So this is the basic, very important methods, annotations we are going to be using in our test engine methods. Okay. Next. This is a structure, suit structure, how it will be there. Okay. So let's see here. There is a test engine XML file. So keep the name always in the test engine. See here. So this is the package qualified class name and the classes tag. First what I need to be say, I need to be right suit tag. Within that suit tag, I need a test. Within that test, the name you should be specified. Within the test, you should be specified the classes. Within that classes, you should be write a. You should be close the test, close the suit. This is the basic structure of your test ng XML. First, it contains suit file, suit tag. Under the suit tag, you should be write a test tag. Under the test tag, you should be write a classes. Under the classes, you should be write a class. Okay. And here, the class having a name attribute with a particular value, you should be passing. This is an test ng XML file. You have this text. Next one is what? Sequencing and parameterizing. As I told you, these are all the sequence as well as the priority. How do we make a sequencing? By using a priority. At the test, you should add some attribute. Annotated method can be prioritized in the test ng. Priority can be assigned as the parameters while calling the test cases. If no priority is defined, then the test will be executed in the alphabetical order. Okay. These are all the things. Now, just we go for one example. I will show you a simple example on the sequence. So already I explained here priority 1, priority 2. It's the same example. If you want, we can go for one example. Let's say I have two things. One is login, another one is a log. So let's say I have create two methods, right? Public void login. This one, let's say this is one test. Basically, we can say. And logout is another case. So what I have to do? I need to specify both things. That means I need to use test and import this. Here also I'm doing what? Test. Now I need to be say here priority based. You are not specifying a priority. Then, sir, is it execute or not? Let me try that. So this is login. On what base it will be executed? On the alphabets. Based on this, it will do work. This is logout. Save it and try to run this test engine. This both are executing. Done. So how many times it is executing? Logout, login, logout. First it is getting logout, first it is getting log. So, but this is not a correct. First I need to be logged in, then I need to be logged out. For that reason, I need to specify what? Priority. Priority equal to 1. And you should be writing the always parameters. Priority. First priority is login. Second priority is okay. And first priority is login. Second priority is logout. Both tests are passed. So we can check it. Both the functionality is going to be fixed. So this is the way you should be give the priority. Okay, based on these priorities, you can go for the right. So also, okay, this is a simple priority we are going to be providing for the test engine. Priority is an attribute. What is that? What it will do? It will give the preferences based on these priorities. The tests are going to be executing. Keep in mind, the priorities always gives the test to run the things. This is about how do we give the priority on the test. Let me create one suit and we can try to execute. Okay. Do this one source. Here, I don't have any test agency, right? Suit. So how do I create that? Let me this Click on your take a file to the file. Here you can give the name as an stng XML. Stng is standard naming conventions. All we are going to be used here. Stng is created. Over here. Now it is. This is the stng. Just what you need to do. Right here. Stng. Let me this is creating. If you run that stng, it will execute all the classes. So as I told you, this is to test classes. Within that classes, you should be writing classes. If any packages, then you can write a package. If not a package, we don't do that one. Let me command these two, try to execute this one. I'm completing this. I'm taking comment like this also, guys. This directly run this test engine also run as test engine. All the tests are going to be executing. You want to check the result. How many tests are executed? How many tests can be made? Here, URL is going to be assertion error. Complete suit it is going to be executed. Okay, so most these things. Let me take one more example. Project, Java project. Just NG. Click next. Here is into the application. It is there, but I'm using 1.8 JDK. Right, okay. This is a basic. Now let me try to create one class. Just I need to create one stng. Let me stng convert it into the stng. Here I'm giving one soup file. This is my soup file. Here I need to write a within that test. We need to write some classes. So let me it. So here the test, within that test I need to write classes suit. Within the test classes suit I need to be execute some test case. Let me take in class package I'm writing dot class I'm saying test one. Right? So here I need to write the basic, write some methods, click, write, login, test, the same thing, public, void, logout. Here I can say that, and I'm trying, it's not getting right. And also it is not 40. So what I need to do, I need to fix this jars. Already I have the jar build part, configure part, add external jars, SNG, setting, show you, add variable, SNG, what, right? Now here, quality equal to 1. So here I am saying this is locking. Same thing here I'm saying get test. Here I can say priority to, here I'm saying this is logout. So these things, I this class I need with the help of SNG. So here I need to be right classes within this classes, but I need to specify class. This is the class name. How do we take this? Just you can go to here. Okay, this is my class. Okay, just you have to be right click, copy qualified name. Always remember, don't copy paste, just to right click on it, copy qualified name, then go to your test ng and paste it. It will take complete that page. So here also you can close the tab, save it, try to run the test ng XML, run as test ng suit, run as test ng suit. Oh, it is not taking file up. Let's configure format system. Okay. Spacer, okay, pass, right? So here, this is also working. Let me rerun and show you this. Now, XML. By using test and XML, we are going to be running the file. Now, priority, as I told you, next disabling. What I need to do, so you can say enabled equal to false. Priority were given, but when you say enabled attribute should not be executed. This is what the disabling the test case as per our requirement. Let me show with the same example. So in this test case, I have a two tests. One is an login, another one is a login. For logger, what I'm doing enabled equal to false. Okay, let me show you how it will be work. Then rerun. In this suit, only one test is missing. How many test cases? We have two test cases. If I make enabled equal to true, then both the test case will be executed. This is what how do we enable and disable the test cases by using which attribute? Enable the attribute. If I make false, it will not be executed. This is what enable and disabling the test cases using through here by using enabled attribute where I have to give within the test. Next. This is a depends on. So depends on is what? Just you have to give the method names. Based on those method names, you should be go for it. Let me show you how it will be work. Here one more test case I will try. Click right and URL. It's one functionality. Okay. So here also I can make this is also one test. Here just I'm saying and I can save it. So how do we write a depends on method? Here I can say depends on group, depends on method. So many methods are there, right? So depends on method, and here you can give the method name login. Once the login will be work, then this will be executed. Save and rerun the soup file. How it is executing based on the depends on method. So I'm getting an any console login. After the login, directly I'm getting what? Open the URL. Yes or no? First it will be login, then it will be depends on. So again, I need to be depends on the open URL. You need to be close it. Again, what I need to do here, I can say that attribute depends on methods. What is the method name I need to specify? Depends on the method name is open. Once the URL is open, then only I can close. Let's see how it will be execute. This. So first, this is the login test will be executing. Next, open the URL. I'm getting. So no, if I need to sorry, this testing this opening the URL test this one like we want to next line. Try this. Again, it is not enabled, right? Enabled, I should be say. Let me run as test. Now it is going to do it. Yes, based on the depends on method, it is going to be executing your test cases. Okay, there are what by using the priority. So how many attributes we discussed? Priority, enable, depends on method. Okay, these are all important things you should be remember, guys. Next to always run, it will be run always whether it will be skip or not, it completely always run. So let me show you how do we do. Just give the priority always run. Open URL is run. Either you can make true or false. Make true, it will be oh sorry. Always run which format it is. Is run is failed, then also it will work. If it is false, it cannot be said. So this always run, what it will do, just it will be specified whether if you skip or not, it will be always the run. If the test case is failed also, it will be work. In that case, you should be specify what always run attribute. So this is the one more invocation, how you are getting the count, invocation count. Based on this invocation count, you can give how many test cases need to be executed first, second, based on the set. If I have what 10 test cases, let's say if I have 10 test cases, in that 10 test case, I need to pass only 5 test cases or 2 test cases. Then you should be give what invocation count. What it is saying here, invocation count is the test ng attribute that defines the number of times the test method should be invoked and execute before executing other method. If the invocation count is 5, the test when method executes how many times? 5 times. So the example here is given. So directly is giving given, right? So you can give in the here I given invocation count is 5. So how many times it will be execute same test case? So yes, I am wrong. That is a count thing. This is invocation count. Invocation count, how many value you can give, that many times it will be executed. Let me try this. Based on here, can give count equal to 3 times. This login test will be execute how many times? 3 times. Value 4, 5, and 5 times. It is a count guys. Actually, here we will give some the test. Here in the suit count we are giving. That one I am discussing. Right. This is what? This is basically invocation counts. The same test you need to be execute multiple times. So in that case, you should go for what? Invocation count. Okay, this is a batching parameterized. You can see tomorrow. How do we go for executing? This is what we have a master suit. In that master suit, I have a different child suit. Like what? So the child suit here, sanity test suit as well as functional. So there may be a different test cases and different methods. And when I run the master suit, it should be done with all the test cases and suit. This is what we are saying the batching testing. Okay. So these are about we can discuss in upcoming classes. Okay, like parameterization. How do we achieve the data provider and XML file? Through that we can discuss. Please go through these things, methods, invocation count, always run, priority, depends on method. These are all very important. How do we enable, disable the test case? These things are most interview questions, and also in the test ng, most of the question will be coming into the past. So please go through the things.